Hello everyone, this will be everything you need to know before the second season of From. Alright, let's go! As always with these type of shows, I will try to put everything in chronological order. That being said, here's what happens. Probably over 40 years ago in a small town, nearly everyone became a hashtag. Everyone except a kid named Victor. Apparently he only survived because he got saved by a creepy looking boy dressed in all white.
That kid scares me.
Regardless of my suspicion of the kid, helped Victor, and Victor somehow ended up surviving over 40 years in this town. This should have been impossible because every night in that town, creatures come out of the woods and kill people. Every single night. And the people can't leave either because every time they try to leave, they get looped right back into the town. Fast forward those 40 years and Victor is now grown. Well, as grown as a man-child can be. Anyways, a new family comes into town and that family is the Stevens. You only really need to remember the father Boyd and the son Ellis, as the mother quickly becomes a memory. This is because she went crazy in the town believing that it was all just a bad dream. She started logging everybody out of life, and she was about to do the same with her son Ellis, but Boyd logged her out of life himself. This led to Ellis hating his own father because he had previously tried to warn his father about his mother not being well. But instead Boyd decided to better the town instead of staying with his family. Ended up being good news and bad news. Bad news is that his wife is now just a memory. But the good news is that he found talismans that protected everybody's houses. These talismans, when placed on a door, prevent the creatures from coming in. After finding the talismans, people were safe for about 3 months. You see, everything changed when a new family called the Matthews entered town. You have the parents Jim and Tabitha and the kids Ethan and Julie. After coming into town along with another new arrival named Jade, everything spirals out of control. Basically, this is what happens. A girl by the name of Sarah decides to kill Ethan because she's hearing voices of some creatures that we don't know of. Tell things that they shouldn't know and tell her to do bad things in order to free everybody from the town. This sounds as sketchy as it is, but I can't prove that they're not telling the truth. Anyways, because she tried to kill Ethan and failed, goes on the run and Father Kotri takes her in as a prisoner because he believes that it could be God that's speaking to her and that there might be in a new chapter of the Bible. But he will never find that out because he's dead. Yeah, unfortunately he dies shortly after telling Boyd that he's holding Sarah captive. Father Kotri and Boyd being best friends, Boyd decides not to kill Sarah. Instead, he decides to take her on a trip with him into the forest.
At night.
Doing this because he thinks that the voices that she hears will help him. And while they're getting into the thick of it, you know, that right there is a backyard against reference because they're going to the thick forest. Yeah. So like into the thick of, okay. Anyways, here's what the other characters are up to. Jade and Jim have been working on a radio tower to signal the outside world. With the help of Donna and everybody at the share house. Side story, the share house got attacked because somebody wanted to get some yams, but he never really even got the yams, instead people just got killed, so yeah. While everybody's doing that, Tabitha is digging in the basement of the house trying to find out where the electricity comes from. Which is about enough time for Boyd and Sarah to get lost in the forest and trigger some arachnophobia. Boyd and Sarah find a lighthouse and hear a horn of a ship, but they can't reach it before nightfall. Luckily for them, Sarah sees the boy in white who leads them into an anywhere tree. It's a tree that will teleport you somewhere random. Boyd goes in and gets separated from Sarah because he ends up in some sort of chimney. Back with Jim and Jade, they get the radio working and we hear just about the creepiest thing on this show.
Is this Jim?
Sorry, what?
Jim Matthews.
Who is this?
Your wife shouldn't be digging that hole, Jim.
Which leads Jim to run back to the house just to find out that the basement collapsed in on itself. And he probably believes that Tabitha is dead. But the season then ends with two major things happening. The first is that Tabitha ends up underground in what looks like the Upside Down. While there, she meets Victor, who tells her that this is where the creatures sleep during the day, and that they're now safe there. The second major thing is that a whole bus rolls up into town. And yeah, I hope I answered all of your questions, but if I didn't, be sure to leave a comment. I read them all. Also, if you like that video and want to see more like it, leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And YouTube thinks that you'll like this video. I don't know. Let me know how it goes. That's it.